Alright, let's talk about Star Citizen and its current duplication glitch that's taken the community by storm. Content creators and various members of the community are taken to calling it weapon insurance, but let's be real, it's either a half-finished feature or an unintended bug. And as it is now, it is able to be used as an exploit. This was in the game previously and was swiftly patched out, and CIG can and will roll back heavily impacted accounts and may even issue bans to people who have been abusing the exploits extensively. Around 6 months ago, 600 plus accounts were banned because there was a duplication glitch impacting cargo elevators where players could practically sell the same cargo over and over again. I won't go into the details on how either of these exploits are executed here, as I do not wish to propagate the issue, but practically people are filling up their ships with gear and are able to keep getting new ships with full loadouts at cost, which is a cool feature in some ways currently. However, the larger problem here is people are able to practically replenish rare guns like the railgun and rocket launcher, which could rapidly debalance the game. These weapons are intended to be limited or harder to get and won't be now as they can be duplicated. To make matters worse, the same exploit can be used to duplicate ammo, attachments, and other rare loot found in contested zones currently en masse, and in some cases cost nothing. My advice currently is to avoid exploiting this issue, as it undermines the overall play experience for yourself and others. It's not worth it because you're just avoiding playing the game practically, and on top of this, you may at minimum lose access to your account momentarily due to a temp ban. It's safer and simpler to just leave it alone. But this situation does expose an issue that exists in the game currently I'm going to discuss further here. This behavior shows players want to be able to fill their ships with items and use them, but don't normally. Why is this? It's because currently, in the 4.0 build and the builds that came prior, if your ship was destroyed via combat, poor piloting, or some other bug, you lose everything on the ship and have to go through restocking everything manually. This is a lot of time, effort, and AUEC to just keep losing over and over again, so players simply don't utilize these features of their ships. It's clearly intended that we stock the ship up with weapons and utilize it fully, but people simply aren't doing it because of the cost involved, especially with the increase of item costs recently. I think having the ability to restock and assign the loadout to your ship is a great idea to implement Star Citizen. However, this should only work for items that you already have a supply of in the location you're spawning your ship in or landing at. This way you can put whatever loadout you want in your ship, including those rare loot items you're intended to earn, craft, or trade for, but you have to actually earn or acquire them via legitimate means first. If you do not have a supply of the assigned item, the item simply does not restock until you get more of that item or assign another item to that slot to replace it. The reason I emphasize this is that the items are not limited to stock and location. This will practically remove the incentive to go out and find loot via contested zones, bunkers, distribution centers, etc. In effect, you only have to loot the items once to have a practically limitless supply of the item you simply can't just buy within the game. It completely removes the incentive to engage with the game normally and undermines gameplay loops built into the game. What I think CIG should do is develop the system out more and tie it into the current loadout manager. Make a tab for the weapon racks and suit lockers and let us assign items you want in each location and have them spawn in the ship in the hangars. Then practically just let us hit restock normally from our ship to fill them when we land in our home location or in various hangars throughout the verse. While doing this, it's probably not a bad idea to make restocking more granular so we can actually choose what exactly we're spending our money on as well. The lack of such granularity was already causing issues in trying to restock the Polaris due to the torpedo's cost being increased dramatically. Adding this feature and handling it as I have described could give our player-owned hangar some additional purpose, as we would normally stow all of our bulk loot and guns in one location, and that location would become the primary location we could fully restock and replenish our ship's loadouts as intended. CIG should also add a system similar to what's featured in Rust, where you have a tab in your storage access kiosks and hangars and locations where you can simply assign common loadouts of gear you often use. And from there, have one button that you click to change your gear and loadout on the fly. This would allow players to have different loadouts for different tasks and to quickly swap out their equipment with a click of a single button. Say you want to go from doing combat at Pyro or another ground location like a bunker, to doing cargo activities. All you'd have to do is click a single button and you could instantly swap out your gear to the appropriate equipment. I would advise to apply the same limits discussed regarding applying items to the ship loadout. Basically require the player to have all of the gear available in the local inventory of the station, ground location, or hangar in order to complete a full swap as discussed. And that's a wrap, folks. The duplication glitch, or as some are calling it, weapon insurance, is a fascinating case study in how players interact with game systems. intended or otherwise. While it may be tempting to take advantage of these exploits, the risks far outweigh the rewards, from potential bans to undermining the gameplay experience for everyone. More importantly, this glitch sheds light on the need for proper restocking and loadout management system in Star Citizen. Players clearly want a way to easily equip and replenish their ships without wasting time or losing progress unnecessarily by implementing a system that ties inventory restocking to earned and stored items. CIG can improve quality of life while maintaining balance in the verse. Remember, playing the game as intended not only ensures that you keep your account safe, but also keeps the game's economy and systems running smoothly for everyone. Let's hope CIG takes this opportunity to develop more robust features for managing inventory and addresses the frustrations this exploit highlights. Thanks for watching. If you find this discussion helpful or thought-provoking, drop a like, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the Star Citizen universe. Until next time, fly safe, and I'll see you in the verse.